So I did go to the gun range this weekend. Not going to bore you with all of the details. Pretty much found about the same as I have been finding. But for the live rounds, a little bit more interesting this week. So here's the live rounds that I found this week. And then one just bullet that was shot. Bring those home for the kitty cat to rattle around on the floor. So, one 6.5 Creedmoor round. Just dropped it on the ground and never picked it back up. One 5.56 round, dropped it on the ground, just never picked it up. There's another one. It's not focusing very well, so anyway, just another 5.56 round. And I'm more showing you the bottom to show you that they haven't been primer dinged. Now this one was primer dinged, and it was a hard primer. So yeah, that's definitely one I'll just tear apart. Then you got a 45. Couple 9mm. I think there's about 6 9mm. 1, 2, 3. There's 4, 5, 6 9s. 10mm. Another 45. Another 9 and another 9, so 8 9mm total, and then a bunch of 22, and then we have, I believe, good golly, I don't even know, I have to get the magnifying glass out. That round right there. That's a cute little round. Lots of 22s. Now, what's even more amazing is how many I've found so far this year. So, add that into it. That is an almost full Tupperware. It's a 16-ounce Tupperware, and it's almost 100% full of ammunition that I found that hasn't been fired. That's just simply amazing. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but I have some dripping water back there. And I believe, wow, it's really shaky, I'm sorry, that it is warm enough and late enough that I can start collecting that water off of that roof. But in order for me to be able to do that, somehow I have to get back to that tank. There are no paths shoveled back to that tank. But there is a valve at the bottom of that tank that I have to shut off because I left it open so that should any water have gotten in there before it froze, it would just run out and down the hose. So I have to get in there, dig that valve out, and shut it off, and then get the downspout set up so that I can start collecting some of that water that is dripping out of there. I'll set you up here on the tripod and we'll see what kind of comedy show I might have trying to get back there. Because I'm thinking that this is going to be fun. Because that is about still 2.5 to 3 feet of snow that I have to traverse through to get back there. And it's not a straight path back there. It's all roundabout. Not quite sure how well you could see that. I know it wasn't OSHA approved, but I was not coming back out here to try to find a ladder to get up there either. And if even if I got back there with a ladder, it would just sink into the snow. I wouldn't find a level spot for it to sit on. So it would have just been just as dangerous as what it was. Not quite as funny as it could have been. If I would have fallen, I'll bet you would have laughed at that point, huh? I know I would have. Because I would have just fallen in the snow. I would have had a soft landing. I can't get very close, but I do have the downspout on now, and it's collecting the rainwater, because once this snow melts off, usually we have about a month where we don't get any rain. Usually the month of May, it doesn't rain very much at all on us. And like last year, it was May and June with no rain, and then as soon as July hit, bam, it rained every day. So you never know what the weather's going to be like, or when it is or isn't going to rain. So you want to be prepared And this is kind of how I prepare, because that's a lot of water sitting on top of that roof still. And that's that much less water I have to haul. Hopefully I don't have to haul any this year. But I'm also looking forward to some sunshine this year, and hopefully getting a better garden. We did okay last year, but every year you want to do just a little bit better. That's what I'm hoping for this year. I do have big plans for my garden area. I plan on building a greenhouse, a solid framed with glass, well, with plexiglass greenhouse. My plan is to build it 16 foot long and probably 8 foot wide, or maybe 10 foot wide. The width doesn't really matter to me. It's more the length, because I bought enough glass, plexiglass, or greenhouse glass, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure the proper name for it, but I bought enough 4 by 8 foot sheets, so the same size as a piece of plywood, for 16 foot, plus putting one panel on each end. And I don't know if I'm going to want to do more than one panel on each end. If I do, then I have to go buy some more panels, and hopefully the price hasn't gone up since when I bought it, but I haven't been back to look, so I don't know. And I'm not going to buy it until I actually come up with a full the full plans for it. I'm going to kind of copy what my brother's doing for his greenhouse. I'm going to let him engineer and architect it all up, and then I'm just going to make mine a little bit longer than his. But I'm pretty much going to copy his plans, and hopefully it works. I have everything else I need for the greenhouse. I already have a fan. I have the temperature switch. I have plenty of dirt. I have plenty of lumber that I can mill up. I can make any size lumber I want. So I just need to get the snow gone. And I'm half tempted to come in with the tractor and start hauling some of it out, just to get rid of it sooner. But there again, that's a lot of work, and I can just let Mother Nature do the work. I don't know. I am starting to get antsy, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. And even if I brought the tractor in to do this, get rid of the snow, I still have all my beds in there, so I'd be shoveling it by hand into the tractor to go dump it somewhere. So that's a lot of work. I'm an old man. I'm a lazy old man. I don't think I want to do all of that work, but we'll see. I might try to help it along just a little bit. Give me an excuse to run the tractor. Usually I'm searching for an excuse anyway, right? I don't know. But I do know that that's going to just about do it for this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of fun I had getting my drain spout hooked up. A little bit of a update on my garden plans. I have a lot of plans. My problem is I always make really big plans for my summers, and then I get so busy on one task, doing one thing, that everything else gets pushed off to the side. Because I've been telling myself for a few years now, that I need a new chicken coop, and I still haven't built that new chicken coop. This should be the year I do that. And now here I am going to build a greenhouse. I wonder if it's going to happen. It's a 50-50 chance as far as right now. Depends upon the weather. If it's nice weather, it's more likely to happen. If it's raining, I just don't build in the rain. So, anyway, thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.